especially black women, have been beat down for so many centuries that they don't necessarily like what they see. And I want to open up a variety of doors that they can naturally see the best that they can be. And everyone is going to have that part of beauty when they leave out of the office.
So cosmetic dermatology means the care of your skin, but also the improvement of the appearance of your skin. It's not just getting rid of disease. It's
Correct.
about enhancing your look.
Yeah, and that's that separation there. From general dermatology, it is the study of the skin and diseases of the skin. Cosmetic dermatology has to do with how the skin looks, how the skin feels, but more so I think it's me being able to talk to the inner you and say, how do you feel about the way that you look? And to make changes. I don't want anyone to be a different person as we did years ago, or as I did years ago with plastic surgery and doing noses and eyes and lips. Well, the breast part is still okay.
Oh, Lord.
But you've got to know, and we certainly have those examples of people who have gone overboard. Michael Jackson. From having small things to completely trying to change. So if somebody's telling me that they'd like to have a look like someone else, we're going to have a long discussion before anything's done.
Right.
I want you to look as you can look. And fortunately, we have some technology that helps to be able to image what you could possibly look at, and we want to be able to start there because you got to feel it from the inside.
I mean, and I was teasing you off the air because it's some of the stuff you do is like science fiction. It sounds like science fiction, but there's a special understanding and a special emphasis that you have on dealing with melanated skin, because the science or the science fiction shows us that our skin doesn't always respond the same, right?
Right. There are some characteristically differences. Not major. When you look on the grand scale, it's skin.
We're all humans,
But
right? I
when
get
you
that.
get, as they say, granular and get down to the cells themselves, here's a question for everybody. So we know about black skin, we know about white skin. Melanocytes are the cells that make color. Do black people have more melanocytes? Do white people have less? And the answer is usually, of course we have more. That's not true. We've got the same amount. Ours works towards making color. Theirs doesn't. So we're finding out more and more things about just how important that melanocyte or that color-producing cell is, because there's some more benefits that it affords us. And one of those is the collagen that we have in our skin. The building blocks, with the solid foundation for our skin, the things that when we say black don't crack, well, it's because it's being held up with that collagen. And melanated skin, and just get real true about it, black skin has more of the collagen, holds up longer, so we don't age as quickly. Now, we can do things that make ourselves age. We can go out and not have any sunscreen on, and whether we're working in the fields or have an outdoor job or just sunbathe, that will, think about a leather jacket. It will tear that jacket up also. It doesn't get any softer, it gets thicker. So being able to, one, of course, hydrate, and two, protect that skin, we have so many advantages with the way that we look. And again, looks count.
So even though we've been brainwashed to think that our skin is worse because it's dark and we're more, we don't meet the European standard of beauty, there are some scientific advantages, i.e. we know we have a bit of sun protection, but you've told us about 1,000,000 times it's not enough.
Correct.
We need to add sunscreen to that. But also more collagen, which is collagen is like the holy grail of skincare, right?
It is. It is. And being able to generate more. And the problem that I have when folks come into the office, there's so many things that are out there now. Oh, you can build your collagen, you can drink your collagen, you can just put your collagen on.
Collagen
and
gummy
most
bears.
of that is BS.
So most like all the collagen supplements that people are taking and stuff and
are not going to do anything significant.
Okay, so it may be a tiny difference, but not much.
A drop in the bucket.
And what about the collagen face masks and serums?
There's some benefit to that, but again, it's limited because we know that the skin itself is a filter. So it doesn't let all things in. In fact, the bigger something is, the less likely that you're going to get any benefit from it because the skin is not going to absorb that.
That's how it protects us.
Yes.
That's how it protects.
That's one of the main characteristics of skin.
Well, you have lots of gadgets in your office. I think 5, 6, 7 lasers and the XERF and the Acorn. We're going to talk about some of those. But those of you who listen to my show faithfully, particularly those that listened on my birthday in June, know that Dr. Wallace said for my birthday he was going to let me try XERF. What is XERF? What are you talking about? What did I try? What happened? Haha. I'm going to let you know when we come forward. Yes, I tried XERF, and here's what happened. That's next on KBLA Talk 1580.
The station you turn to when you've had it up to gear with cultural incompetence. KBLA Talk 1580.
It's game day. Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action? Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza, could help you get back to the game. Skyrizi is proven to help people feel significant symptom relief, achieve remission, and visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. Skyrizi is a prescription injection medicine for adults. Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or ulcerative colitis.
Control is everything to me.
Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's and ulcerative colitis combined. Learn more at skyrizi.com or 1-866-SKYRIZI.
Please be advised. You may want to stop eating the following foods immediately: broccoli, kale, bean sprouts, blueberries, quinoa, spinach.
Wait, what? I thought those were good for me.
Turns out, not for everyone. Because what's healthy for one person can cause inflammation for another. And the only way to really know what your body needs is to listen to it.
Listen how?
That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple, at-home gut health test that looks at your body's real-time biology using RNA to understand what's happening inside you right now. When your results come in, you'll learn exactly which foods to eat, which to avoid, and which supplements are right for you, all based on the world's largest RNA-based human biology database and thousands of clinical research studies. And many people who use Viome report more energy, better digestion, and a better mood within months. So stop guessing. Start knowing. Learn more at viome.com/gut. V as in Victor, IOME.com/GUT. And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50 off your purchase. Viome. Trust your gut.
She's sharp. She's fearless. I don't know what they told you, but if they told you that cutting me off is how I was going to get clicks, stop it now. She's that girl, and she's bringing all of that to your radio this summer. Amanda Seales is here. I am Amanda Seales. Comedian, artist, actress, activist, truth teller. The woman who never bites her tongue is coming to KBLA Talk 1580. And baby, the conversations are about to be unmatched. Every Friday, she's going to be lit noon to 2 p.m. and back again 4 to 6 p.m. Starting Friday, July 17th, only on KBLA Talk 1580. Amanda Seales, keeping it real, keeping it raw, and keeping it rooted. Politics, pop culture, black excellence, the stuff they don't want us talking about. Amanda's talking about all of it.
You keep interrupting me when I'm talking, and you don't want to hear the point that I'm going to make. And yet you want me to respect your point. And that's not how a debate works.
This is not your average radio show. This is a Seales summer. Fridays, noon to 2, 4 to 6. Starting Friday, July 17th. Only on KBLA Talk 1580. Don't just listen, tune in.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DePrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
Best birthday present ever. Okay, so what is XERF? It's XERF. That's what I know. And I'm chronologically gifted, so I think a lot about how to, look good, age gracefully, not
Correct.
anti-aging, but age gracefully. So on my birthday, you were in here. We were doing a show. I called it anti-aging. I've changed that rhetoric ever since. And you mentioned a new thing you have called XERF, XERF, which is radio waves.
Radio frequency waves. And that's the way, radio waves.
Radio waves going into your whatever, in this case, my face, and stimulating the collagen.
It stimulates the collagen, yes.
And a lot of things scare me. I'm a knife on my face scares me. But I thought radio waves, there's some poetic justice if radio waves could make me look better. And so I agreed to try it. And you had an open house. So I tried it with a bunch of black women watching and a few brothers.
Behind the glass doors.
It didn't take too long. It took about a little over an hour.
Right.
There's like a little, I don't know, there's probably a medical name for that thing, a thing that touches your face.
Just a hand on the handpiece that's there, right?
And it was like, it started out warm. Toward the end, it got a little hotter, but it didn't hurt.
Right.
And I just sat there while you did whatever that thing is, the XERF thing on my face. The crazy thing is you did half of the face first.
Right.
And the other half left alone. So all the people watching, it was funny. I sat up and they were like, like, it's got to be like, borderline low-key insulting. Like, wow, I looked that bad. But they were literally gasping because you could immediately see the difference, which seems crazy.
It's instantaneous.
It seems crazy.
Yeah.
Because how can collagen move that fast? But apparently it does.
Well, it's not truly collagen that's bringing that. You're getting fluid that's there. You're getting some increase of volume, but it's not inflammation, because you'd also think after the procedure, I'm going to be red all over, and you aren't.
No, I wasn't. I walked out and I looked the same, better, but nothing was red. There was no bruising. There was no. Yeah,
and,
you couldn't
there's
tell I did
no
anything.
aftercare. You can go swimming, hiking, doing all those other things, and it doesn't have any effect. And what's so great about it, not only what you see right then, for the next 120 days, all it does is get better.
Which is crazy. So my friends, McCoy Zeno, who's my makeup artist, my personal makeup artist, was there. He was gobsmacked. Of course, he's the one that has to hide the flaws whenever he does my professional makeup. And he was amazed, especially around my jawline. You could really see it, my neck. And you did the cleavage, cleavage, the décolleté area. And I saw it, but I saw it more over time. What I saw immediately was my neck and my jawline.
Yes. So dealing with the jowls and dealing with the loose skin, even turkey necks with folks, that's what you really see. The important thing is that when you come in for the treatment, you really have to have hydrated. The more you hydrate, just over drinking those day or two before, the better the outcome.
The crazy thing is, like I said, I had another friend with me. She freaked out, and she probably already has an appointment because she was, I need that. No, I need that. Because she's skeptical about everything, so she didn't think it was going to work.
Well, again, this is the alternative to having surgery. This makes you, and really the way that your face tightens is a natural look.
It's using what your body already has, which is the collagen.
Yes.
But it's enhancing it.
That's exactly what it's doing. The difference is that you aren't stretching and pulling to get it done. The body directs itself to say, okay, this is how we want to go. This is the direction we want to go. So it lifts cheeks, it shrinks jowls, it tightens the jawline, as you said, and the neck. It deals with the wrinkles. And now everyone is not going to have a 20-year-old neck, but I absolutely guarantee you that it's going to be 75, 80% better than it was.
It's crazy. Okay, so my friends were like, wow, that looks great, and blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. And I could sort of tell, but when I went home and got in the mirror to do my makeup the next day to come here and get on YouTube, I was shocked, because that was when I could really see the difference.
And that's session 1.
Yeah, I haven't.
Two.
Right. My second session is in 2 weeks or something.
Something like that.
Yeah, that was crazy. I got in the mirror and I'm like, you know, every day I try to put on some makeup because I got to face these YouTube cameras and not look completely crazy. And I just, when you go in your own mirror and start doing what you would normally do to do your makeup and it looks different, that's when you can really tell.
Yeah, and we have developed a technique. My laser nurse, we have developed a technique of how to do it. And we're finding more and more how to bring the curvature out in melanated skin. So it's not a matter of just having it, but how you use that tool. We're discovering more and more of making it work for different so it's different in males. In males, first of all, males seem to be able to tolerate more of the heat that's there, but we need to stay longer in certain areas for males. So I'm learning through all of this process too, so that we can identify what's the best technique of using this on which person.
But back to what we were saying about our skin having more collagen, apparently, does that mean the XERF works better? I mean, it's more efficient on black people? Absolutely.
It's not something that they focused on. It's not something that, you know, we
didn't build it that way on purpose.
No, we've never had a laser. And in fact, you know, I work for 2 or 3 companies at helping to change their protocol to train other physicians on how to work on darker skin.
Right, without causing keloids
without
and
causing
problems.
all kinds of issues that. Now, there have been some who've done the right things over the years, say, hey, look, I don't deal with dark skin. You'll need to find someone. What I really hate are those physicians who haven't had a lot of experience with regards to dark skin and are trying something on them. You got to get away from that.
Right, and then they come to you and say, fix it, right?
Right.
After somebody used a machine that didn't know about melanated skin, messed them up, and now, doc, please fix me.
Yes, we've got to fix what happened to get to what their issue is. That has nothing to do with the XERF. That's in general with using things like laser or energy. But the fact that we now have the technology that really helps black skin far better than what was intended. We've never had anything like this. So it's exciting for me. It's exciting to look at and see patients experience this and go like, wow.
It's crazy. It is crazy. I was in such a good mood for like 2 weeks after my birthday. Like I told you, the only downside is I'm going to be selling oranges by the freeway so I can get XERF like every year. It lasts like a year to a year and a half, right?
Yeah. And according to, you know, one's lifestyle, what I mean by that, if you're eating a double king chili cheese with bacon on a daily basis, you're going to have an accelerated aging process, getting more into what they call the metabolic syndrome and being overweight. But if you have a meal plan, if you have an exercise plan, and you're doing something like this, the sky's the limit on how well you can do. And I say that, and what I'm trying to figure out is exactly, can I tell it per person? But you're going to lose age. You're going to look younger than you did. So
it's
whether
crazy.
That's 5 years, 7 years, 12 years, I'm trying to zero in on it.
It depends on how your body reacts to it, right?
Yes, and according to, again, what your habits are.
And I won't know until after 120 days.
You haven't
the
even had your
total
second
amount.
session yet.
I haven't even had my second. But Miles posted some video from an interview we did. He put me on it as a collaborator, and I did collaborate because it's Miles, and you know, I'm a big supporter of Miles. But I hesitated because it was from before XERF, and I could see the difference in my face. I'm like, I don't want to put that up. I look old. That's after one session, so that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Without
yes.
any cutting or downtime or scarring or any, I was just flabbergasted.
Yeah.
In a good way.
The technology is here. It's
Can you
safe.
guys tell? Can you
It's,
see? I can definitely see on YouTube. That's where I can tell the difference.
Mhm.
Ugh. Maybe I can edit myself now without having to go for a run.
Yeah, and when I show people pictures, you know, of course nowadays, oh, is that AI? And go, no, this is the real deal. And I appreciate having the opportunity to educate folks that things are happening. Technology is moving quickly, and we can benefit off of that as black folks.
XERF rhymes with Smurf.
Or
XERF or surf, right? But not turf. But I mean, the point is, I tried it. I love it, and it definitely works. Well, you've got some other sort of sci-fi-ish stuff. You love your gadgets.
Yes.
And the science. I mean, we are living in an era when the science is creating all these different options that we never had before. And it seems like it's happening so quickly.
Well, AI has played a large role
Really?
in being able to minimize some of the ground level work that needed to be done. You know, mathematical equations and figuring out that type of there. But in the past, we've always it's always been something on the side. They were looking for something to work in this direction, but found out that it works in another direction.
I gotcha.
We've gotten closer to, no, let's just focus on this one direction and see what kinds of improvement we can make there. And it's moving fast. And for folks who are on the slow lane, we don't have to be there anymore.
For folks that are on the slow lane, stay with us after news, traffic, and sports. Dr. Paul Wallace, MD, is going to unveil some more of these sci-fi type things you can do to help yourself age gracefully. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Legionnaires' cases are rising on Manhattan's Upper East Side. Council Speaker Julie Menon.
I'm concerned that the source hasn't been identified. I'm concerned that the health department, what I've been pushing for is that they proactively disinfect all the towers.
Officials say 28 people have been infected as investigators search for the source. Los Angeles County will pay $3 million to settle a lawsuit over a 2023 use of force incident in Lancaster. The case involved allegations of excessive force against black couple J.C. Houston and Damon Barnes by a sheriff's deputy during a response to an alleged robbery report. And R&B singer David, whose legal name is David Burke, is due back in a Los Angeles courtroom. The 21-year-old has pleaded not guilty to charges that he murdered a 14-year-old girl and left her body in the trunk of his Tesla. A judge is expected to decide whether there is enough evidence for the case to move toward trial. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Now at Big O, get happy with our Healthy Car Special. Includes a full synthetic oil change, 4-tire rotation, alignment check, brake, battery, and windshield wiper check. Plus, fluids topped off, all for only $59.99. Healthy car, happy life. Now at your local Big O Tires.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
Dodger star Shohei Ohtani hit his 300th career home run in the major leagues Tuesday night. Ohtani's milestone didn't help the Dodgers. They lost to Colorado 4-3. 2 errors by the Dodgers in the 8th inning led to a 3-1 comeback for Colorado. The Dodgers wrap up their 3-game series with Colorado tonight. All 3 of the host nations for the World Cup have been eliminated: the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. Here's the lineup for the quarterfinals. All start times are West Coast time. Thursday at 1 p.m., France and Morocco meet up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Friday at noon at SoFi. Spain versus Belgium. This will be the final match at SoFi for this year's World Cup. 2 matches on Saturday. Norway versus England at 2 p.m. at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Argentina versus Switzerland at 6 p.m. at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
Don't be anxious or confused about AI. Take control of your career when you get the skills to tackle real business problems and design specialized solutions. HR Dive reported that entry-level talent with applied AI credentials can receive up to a 25% salary boost. But where do you find training that you can trust? Future-proof your career and deliver more value with Humans Lead the Way AI. Their hybrid learning courses use practical definitions, real-world examples, and strategic insights to help you and your team understand AI with confidence. No magic, no hacks, no shortcuts. Just practical knowledge that helps you use AI more successfully. Don't wait. AI can never replace people who know how to use it well. Register for courses today at humansleadtheway.com. That's humansleadtheway.com.
Unapologetically progressive. You're listening to KBLA Talk 1580. We don't tell you what to think, just what to think about.
There is no denying that we've always been the conscience of this country. KBLA Talk 1580 is progressive talk radio built for our community, by our community, and with hosts who look like you, live near you, and care about what you care about. 50,000 watts of truth right here in Southern California. KBLA Talk 1580. Listen live on your AM radio dial at 1580 or stream us live on our KBLA1580.com website or on our free KBLA 1580 app.
Unapologetically progressive.
This November, you'll decide who leads California. So shouldn't you hear directly from the people asking for your vote? Join us for California Voices, a political town hall and ballot forum, Saturday, October 3rd, 2026. Meet candidates running for governor, lieutenant governor, attorney general, and other major statewide and local offices, including Mayor of Los Angeles, city attorney, and LA County Sheriff. Get clear, nonpartisan breakdowns of the propositions on your November ballot, both sides, no spin. And ask your questions directly, in real conversation, face to face. California Voices is brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 and the Empowerment Congress, giving you the information you need before you vote. Mark your calendar, Saturday, October 3rd, 2026, California Voices. Follow KBLA 1580 for details and download the KBLA 1580 app. Your vote, your voice. Be there.
We knew you'd stick around. This is LA's home for progressive talk radio. Be heard. Welcome back to KBLA Talk 1580.
All right, Dr. Paul Wallace is here. I've got more than a few questions, so I'm going to try to be efficient. The science, I clown you because I say science fiction because every time I come in there, it seems like there's a new invention. Mm-hmm. Before we were talking about blood platelets, is that what you call it?
Yes.
And people are using it for facial rejuvenation, to heal injuries. The athletes are using it.
Right.
But it's used in cosmetics.
Yes.
But that's the old technology, right?
It's the ground level, and we're moving more and more. Essentially, the God has created a body that our bodies do some magnificent things, and if you just think about it, whether you're an infant or you're 102 years old like my aunt, if you were to get a cut, that cut heals. How does it know how to do it? What resources does it use? Well, we're being able to discover those types of things. And one of the things that we've been able to do is something called stem cells. The stem cells essentially are the master cells that have communication secretions that tell other cells what to do. and the whole regenerative process that we have is captured with those cells. So the being able to take, let's say, sprinkle those cells on areas that have been injured, or we want to repair, we want to recreate an environment where your skin was softer, more symmetric with regards to its color, all of those texture-wise, to be able to return to that is what the newer technology has allowed us to do.
So with the blood, we were taking the blood, we were separating out the part we needed and using our own blood to heal ourselves.
Correct.
Now you have something called Acorn.
Yes.
What is that?
We work with Acorn. Acorn's a laboratory that we work with, and what you can do is simply personalize the serum that you have by we're able to harvest those. Those cells can have an eternal lifetime of completely regenerating and sending out the communication. And it's pretty much again, the body talking to itself.
Wow.
On a cell-to-cell level, saying, this is what I need you to do.
So we're like our own Henrietta Lacks.
That is correct. That is correct.
So what do you mean by harvest cells and make it do what you want it to do? It sounds like Frankenstein monster type stuff.
Well, you look at the movie. It's the ability to have certain cells duplicate themselves, and it's small particles that cell produces is what we're interested in, and the ability for you to have your own. See, right now, if you were to purchase something, they say, oh, you're going to get this stem cell. There's bunches and bunches of people that they have, and they go through some filtering things so that it isn't, you aren't allergic, you don't have a rejection that's there. But there's nothing as good as mother's milk. There's nothing as good as having your own. And if you do it, think of it a little bit like the model of in vitro fertilization. So with regards to the sperm there, they would only take the fastest sperm, the ones that swim the best, and they kick the rest to the curb. The same thing happens with regards to this. The cells that secrete the most are the ones that will be kept. So no one's as young tomorrow as they are today. But by doing that, you may go back 10 years because you're only, again, taking those cells that produce the most. And
okay, so we're taking cells from our own body.
Yes, and we do that by taking a strand of hair.
And we're preserving those cells in a lab.
Mm-hmm.
And then they reproduce?
They reproduce.
They reproduce. So that's why I said we're like our own Henrietta Lacks.
That's correct.
And then we have basically a supply of our own stem cells that can be used at any time to heal or improve ourselves.
That's correct.
And what kinds of things would we use that for?
Well, you can use it for the skin. If it's combined with other things, whether you're doing a facial or you're doing a microneedling or we're doing a laser facial, you can put that on. It will help with regards to the healing and have direction and let the cells of the body know this is what's supposed to happen.
It's so wild.
With regards to hair, it can help with regards to the density of the hair.
So making your hair thicker again.
Making your hair thicker. The actual follicles that are there. Now, if there's something that's completely dead, for example, if it's bald and shiny and you don't see any of the little small dots or pores that are there, that's gone. But we're able to bring back edges for folks who say, you know, I've gotten real thin, but I'm not totally bald in an area. We can make that just blossom. And you're going to see this in about 30 days. Now,
you mean once you do the treatment, 30 days later, I'll start seeing my edges come back.
Now, well, to back all the way up, once we would get the hair strands and the stem cells there, it takes about 60 days to harvest, which means to grow. And the reason why you can have it for a lifetime is that they can bank these things. And we've all heard about how you can bank your embryos. It's the same process.
Right, you could save your eggs, you could save your sperm?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
So those things, this is what happens with those cells also. And you can bank it. Banking is pretty inexpensive, something like $200 a year, and you can have whatever amount of supply that you need.
So if I harvest my cells, if I take my cells now, at whatever age I am, then 10, 20 years later, I'd still be able to have cells the age that they were when I took them.
That's correct.
So,
but even better than that, because we only are taking the best of
okay,
those.
so the best of those. But so then that means it's almost like your younger body healing your older body.
Exactly.
Wow, that's wild.
Exactly. So hair is there. It will support fuller hair, thicker hair on a cellular level. And that's why we speak specifically with regards to edges. It will go to the cellular level, and if there's anything on the planet that can help with regards to your hair loss, your hair thinning, it's going to be this. And the reason why, while we were doing PRP, as you were speaking of,
that's a blood therapy, or not therapy. What
this
use
is
of blood?
34 times more potent.
Really?
And I've been doing this for 15 years, and we've had great results just doing the PRP, which is platelet-rich protein. This is 34 times better.
So it's used for whatever needs healing or perhaps enhancing. I say enhancing because if you're talking about getting your hair back or doing microneedling, explain what that is, by the way.
Microneedling is having some medical grade, smaller than what you would think of, like if you were going to get an injection, and it literally makes a purposeful small puncture. You can't see it, but with that, that's signaling the body, hey, there's injury that has happened here. You need to send your repair cells. You need to send your regenerative cells there. You need to send those workers. Think of it like the bees or the ants, and the queen says, okay, this is what needs to be done. So it's focused attention. And that's what happens. Anytime that you get cut or injury or break the skin, there's a signal that says, hey, you've got to come and repair this area. But what this provides is sort of like a super fertilizer for hair and skin.
Okay, let's see. We've got, let's see, Ken Vanderbilt says, so that's how Dominique remains so youthful looking. Thank you, Ken. Like Doc always tells me, though, we have to do our part, right? Drink our water, exercise. I'm a health enthusiast. I drink water, do yoga, I exercise. I eat lots of fruits and vegetables. I meditate.
Well, you're a perfect candidate, and most of us aren't. I certainly put myself in that. Looking at me, and I think I'm almost in my second trimester here.
You know what?
But it certainly gives you a head start. It gives you a jump, and you don't have to do all of those things to get the benefits of what we have now. But the more that you do, the healthier that you are. I don't try to be a nutritionist. I'm not an exercise physiologist, but the more, if you have a meal plan, if you have an exercise plan, there are some phenomenal things that we do, because we're also involved with body sculpting, and where you can lose 30% of your body fat but gain 25%
I'm
of
laughing
muscle.
because I did try that M-Sculpt machine that you have. It's like doing whatever it is, 10 or 20,000 sit-ups.
It's equivalent to doing 2,000 crunches during a session.
And that's what I know LeBron has one of those, and some of the pro athletes use those. I was laughing because I was, I was doing a little too much over there. But Jerry is asking, with the FDA sort of in the deregulation and the RFK version of healthcare, is this stuff regulated now? Like, how do we know it's safe in an unregulated environment, is what he's asking.
I understand. I think for that, it takes some homework, but it also, I put myself in that. It takes someone like me who's been doing this for 30 plus years to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I'm not trying to, and I'd love for folks to come to my office, but this, your broadcast is around the world. And I'm letting folks know that to be able to utilize this type of technology is okay for black skin.
Yeah, well, and it sounds like in the case of XERF, which is what I did, it's not only okay, we actually have an unintended advantage.
Yes.
Which is so wonderfully, I love that for us because it doesn't happen for us every day, where we get unintended advantages.
Correct.
And things, in my opinion, I mean, I don't know. I mostly find out about this stuff from you, and then I go Google it and read about it. But it seems like things are moving faster now than they have for previous generations. The things that we could do, like getting back edges or putting radio waves into 3 layers of your skin, making the skin work with itself. It's more, it's moving faster. It's advancing faster than it has in the past.
Without question. And again, there are the pluses and minuses about AI, but when you look on it in terms of a health perspective, again, it can be very good, and certainly it's squashing a lot of the, let's say, competition, or the things that you'd find on home shopping network. It's being able to...
Yeah, that's a good point, because I spend way too much time on Instagram, and they're always selling you some red light thing for your face, or some amazing brush or thing that you're supposed to hit yourself in the head with that makes you look better. But a lot of that stuff is from what you told me before, it's like consumer grade, and it may or may not work.
Right, and a lot of things are what I call Cinderella products, or Cinderella prescriptions or medications, meaning that you can have a fairly instantaneous result, but it doesn't last very long. And there's some people who believe that the
just
more,
for a couple hours or something?
Even less than that.
Oh, wow.
But, because if you do something and you look at it, you like to think, I didn't spend my money and just waste it. So you may trick yourself in thinking that, oh, yeah, it looks a bit better, but discover that hasn't been. Quality things do cost money. And it's the same way that we do our products. I've had that struggle on charging what's appropriate for quality products, or as some of the over-the-counter, a drop of collagen in a serum. Oh, it's a serum of collagen. No, the quantity and quantity that they have in there is worthless. So again, being able to study and know, and even everything that I say, I certainly want your listeners to go and check it out. See what I'm saying.
Yourself,
You still do your homework. I'm just giving you a layer of protection, let's say, because I've already doing it. These are the things that I know and use. And our office is unique, certainly in Los Angeles, is being able to treat skin of color.
Yep, and being right there in Ladera, which I love. 800-920-1580, not too late to call me. Dr. Paul Wallace, MD, Cosmetic Derm, is here, and you're listening to me, Dominique DePrima, on KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DePrima when we come forward.
Listen up, KBLA delegation. We have something you need to hear. Right now, you may qualify for low-cost home internet. And we're not talking about a catch. This is real. Many internet service providers offer low-cost internet plans if anyone in your household is enrolled in CalFresh, Medi-Cal, SSI, or is income eligible. There are a lot of families in our community who deserve to be connected. Here's all you do. Call 844-461-7893. That's the Get Connected call center. Real people ready to help you enroll today. Or go online to internetforallnow.org to find a provider near you. You may also qualify for a low-cost computer through Human IT. Connectivity is not a luxury. In 2026, it's a necessity. And you deserve access just like everybody else. Call 844-461-7893. That's 844-461-7893. KBLA's got you. If you missed any of this, you can always go to our website at KBLA1580.com. Brought to you by KBLA Talk 1580 in partnership with the California Emerging Technology Fund, CETF.
I think my LADWP bill is due, but nothing's come in the mail yet.
You still get paper bills?
Yeah, it's how I keep track of things.
Clearly, it's not working. You can't remember when it's due. You need to sign up for paperless billing. I get an email when my LADWP bill is due. I never have to wait on the mail, and I can see 7 years of bills in my online account. Plus, first-time signups get a $10 bill credit.
$10 bill credit for new LADWP paperless billing signups. LADWP.com/paperless.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. Created with a share of the 1984 Olympic Games surplus, LA 84 began operations in 1985 as a grant-making and educational foundation. Today, the LA 84 Foundation supports hundreds of nonprofit youth sports organizations throughout Southern California annually, trains coaches, commissions research, convenes conferences, and maintains the world's premier Olympic and sports library collection. They are transforming lives and communities through the power of youth sports. To find out about youth sports programs for yourself or your child, and to get information about the grants and support they offer to schools and nonprofits, or if you want to make a donation, please visit la84.org. That's la84.org. Or you can call them at 323-730-4600. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
The conversation continues right now with Dominique DePrima on First Things First.
I guess they've been on your website. Wallace Skin and Body Institute is the website. Reddy Samedi says, thank you for your service. Of course, he served in the U.S. Army, was an Army doctor, has done medical missions all around the world, helping people in different ways. And also is a fight doctor in the Fight Doctors Hall of Fame, right?
Yes.
He's got the range. Okay, Jerry wants to know if the Plaxiderm is an example of the Cinderella type.
Absolutely. Essentially, using caffeine. I tell you something else, that using hemorrhoid medication also does the same thing. So many people have been using preparation H right under their eyes. It will tighten it up. Why? Because it closes down the blood vessels for a short period of time. But of course, you can't use it 24/7, 7 days a week. But in short order, in a short period of time, yes, something like that.
Right, so if you need your eye bags gone for 10 minutes or half an hour, it's fine.
Yes.
But not for long-term care. Someone else asked, I couldn't see who it was, what kind of water?
Oh, I don't care what kind of water.
H2O?
I'm more interested in quantity than I am quality. And there's some arguments with regards to whether you should have with pH it should be that. Well, the body needs to have the volume first, and once you get there, kind of like working out, once you get to the routine, then you can change up on what you do.
But just get some water and
yes.
stuff. How do we find you? I know we've got the website, Wallace Skin and Body.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you're up in the Water Ridge, up in the Ladera Center, which is
right.
Very beautiful offices. So just go to the website.
Go to the website. You can call us at 323-296-3376. We're there 6 days a week. Yes, we are open on Saturdays. I respect folks who have to work 9 to 5 during the regular week. And we have a number of people who come from the Inland Empire or up north. So, yes, we're open pretty much every Saturday morning.
And you don't have to try XERF, which I submit is the best birthday present ever. Thank you. You don't have to do the sci-fi and be your own Henrietta Lacks, although it sounds amazing. Mm-hmm. But you do regular stuff like Botox and facials and microneedling. I say regular because we're in LA. People here do things to look better. I don't care if they tell you they do it or they don't. If they're men or they're women, if they're black, white, or other, everyone is doing something, right?
Yeah, and remember, for 27 years, I was in Beverly Hills, primarily working on on-screen personalities. So, absolutely, I can say maybe not 100%, but 95% of everybody's doing something. And what I try to do is to bring forth those things that work best on black folks. For example, and you had mentioned the Botox. Yeah, we do that every day. But there's something that's better than Botox, works quicker and lasts longer, called Daxxify. And I'll give you an example. So with Daxxify, within 1 or 2 hours, you will see the same thing that you would see with Botox in a week to 2 weeks. Botox lasts about 4 months. Daxxify lasts about 6 months. So it's worked well. It's colorblind. I haven't noticed any difference between my white patients and black patients, but you get your money's worth and you get it instantaneously. So if you had something to do this coming weekend, I could do you and you would have the benefits of that, versus if I did the Botox, it'd say, I'm not quite sure it's going to all take by that time. So improving on things that are already there with black skin, as you know, in all of our products, they're made for, you can be blue-black, and we're not going to have, for example, that white cast or residual on you, which is important. So it should look good, it should smell good, it should feel good, and have the benefits of the maximum that's available.
Well, Dr. Paul Wallace, thank you once again for coming in today. It's great to talk with you. And thank you for my amazing birthday present, which just means I'm going to keep looking better and better for the next 120 days.
And we're going to take you down another 5 years.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you once again. Tavis Smiley's up next. He's got a lot to talk about. He's got a full lineup for you. What is happening with my voice? It's not the XERF's fault, I'll tell you that. He'll be here with his full lineup. You don't want to miss it. Tap in with me on socials. I'm at Diprima Radio, Diprima, and then radio. We are at KBLA 1580 everywhere. Like my mama, the former poet laureate of San Francisco, Diane Diprima, used to say, the ultimate famine is the starvation of the imagination. Until tomorrow, my KBLA delegation, one love.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Legionnaire's cases are rising on Manhattan's Upper East Side. Council Speaker Julie Menon.
I'm concerned that the source hasn't been identified. I'm concerned that the health department, what I've been pushing for is that they proactively disinfect all the towers.
Officials say 28 people have been infected as investigators search for the source. Los Angeles County will pay $3 million to settle a lawsuit over a 2023 use of force incident in Lancaster. The case involved allegations of excessive force against black couple J.C. Houston and Damon Barnes by a sheriff's deputy during a response to an alleged robbery report. And R&B singer David, whose legal name is David Burke, is due back in a Los Angeles courtroom. The 21-year-old has pleaded not guilty to charges that he murdered a 14-year-old girl and left her body in the trunk of his Tesla. A judge is expected to decide whether there is enough evidence for the case to move toward trial. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Now at Big O, get happy with our Healthy Car Special. Includes a full synthetic oil change, 4-tire rotation, alignment check, brake, battery, and windshield wiper check. Plus, fluids topped off, all for only $59.99. Healthy car, happy life. Now at your local Big O Tires.
This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
Dodger star Shohei Ohtani hit his 300th career home run in the major leagues Tuesday night. Ohtani's milestone didn't help the Dodgers. They lost to Colorado 4-3. 2 errors by the Dodgers in the 8th inning led to a 3-1 comeback for Colorado. The Dodgers wrap up their 3-game series with Colorado tonight. All 3 of the host nations for the World Cup have been eliminated: the U.S., Canada, and Mexico. Here's the lineup for the quarterfinals. All start times are West Coast time. Thursday at 1 p.m., France and Morocco meet up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Friday at noon at SoFi, Spain versus Belgium. This will be the final match at SoFi for this year's World Cup. 2 matches on Saturday, Norway versus England at 2 p.m. at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Argentina versus Switzerland at 6 p.m. at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson on KBLA Talk 1580.
All I need is one mic.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. Let's get something straight.